Welcome everyone to an official Donovin Darius Foundation meeting. The purpose of this meeting is to kind of give a spotlight on where we're at so we can celebrate the past, embrace the present, what have been done up to this point, and talk about the future. What are some plans we're going to have coming up here in 2019? So the first things for our celebration, I can't be more thankful for everybody who has participated, from every team directors, from every executive, any volunteer, the partners, whatever it may have been, could not have done it without everyone's help. To date, we've successfully ran 27 life camps with over 5,000 families, with over about 2,000 different volunteers. And so again, our ability to continue to be a bridge within this city, a bridge for community organizations to come and work together, a bridge for families from all different places to come together to support one another, and then a bridge for those families and those organizations to come together so they can get connected and get the life skills and resources that they need. And so again, we had about 25 of these events at the Jaguar Stadium. That was the first part of my vision, which was to have them at the stadium. So that way it was kind of an all effect, showing people that, hey, if my dreams came true there, then their dreams can come true, especially as I tell my story, the story of a lot of times, disadvantaged youth growing up in inner city and all that. And so we use that platform as a way to empower individuals with curriculum on financial life skills, leadership, communication, character development skills, along with some parent workshops as well. And so now the next phase, as we start looking at the next phase, we're going to talk more about that, what that looks like. But I wanted to go ahead and give a brief overview over what's been happening since our last life camp in June, the Father's Day Life Camp. Since we finished that, we went back to the drawing board just to try to figure out, okay, what does the next step look like? What is, where do we go? And so now we have the Jaguar Stadium as the first place. I thought, it'd be good for us to now elevate that to even more of a purposeful place. And so now this year, we partnered with UNF to host 3 life camps that we'll talk about in a little bit in terms of the details of those. And we're going to host 3 life camps, one girls only, 9 to 18 in October, boys only, 9 to 18 in November, and a family one, a pay it forward life camp, as we've done in the past, working on entrepreneurial skills as well in December. And so with that all being said, I understood that in order for us to go further now, we had to do it together with a team. And part of that team was, I brought on Lucretia Darius, my sister-in-law, who I'm very proud of to have part of the team, because with her background in nonprofit organizational work and marketing and management, she's in her relationships through the nonprofit world, she provides a great asset to help lead us forward as we move forward. And so she is now currently a full-time with the Donovin Darius Foundation, and so I'm pleased to have her as a part of the organization as well. So she'll be doing a lot of the emails, a lot of the calls, and kind of handling a lot of the logistics of everything we do. The second thing I did is we reached out to Client Focused Media, which is a media company here in Jacksonville. And what they are is basically our marketing team. They help us with the branding and really wrapping everything together so we can have a full understanding of what does it take for us to move forward. As I said before, you can go fast by yourself, but you can go farther with other people, and you can definitely do it with a team. And so now, what I'm going to show you guys on the monitor is what the Client Focused Media Group has done and what is the strategy moving forward. Okay, so I'm going to kind of breeze through this a little bit. You're not going to have to read every word, but it's going to give you an insight into what is the full scope of what it is that they're doing for us. So, all right. All right, so here's what we have. The first one, this was done, as I said, the branding for our messaging platform.
PowerPoint mode.
Where is that, baby?
You can do the little teacup at the bottom if it's down there. It's a little teacup.
I'll just do it right here.
Okay.
I just didn't want those words to be so small. Okay?
Gotcha.
So here we go. Looking at things from this scope, we started with what is a branding messaging platform, and that's basically what we have here. It's kind of a one sheet of music, which everyone sings. It's basically helping give us the guidelines and the messages included, so that way everybody internally and externally can understand what is the message, what are we doing, and they can all understand where do we need help, support, and how are we trying to make an impact in the community. This is basically what this brand messaging platform does. This is just kind of the table of contents. As you'll see briefly, it went over the brand overview, the brand promise, what our short-term and long-term goals are, what some market segmentation is, a unique selling proposition for our foundation and what we offer, some perceptions, some attributes, some archetypes as well, and some brand standards and guidelines, as well as our logo, brand colors, and some other guidelines as well. So starting off real quick, the brand overview. It says Donovin Darius Enterprise and the Donovin Darius Foundation are passionate about helping each and every one of the individuals and groups they touch to realize their potential. A personification of their former NFL namesake, his organization to fulfill this mission through the facilitation of football clinics, life skill camps, family fitness expos, and team building workshops and motivational speaking engagements. We go to the next one. Again, it talks about the foundation, what we're doing. You really can't see it, it's real small writing, but in essence, in short, it just talks about who it is that we're trying to impact, what is the foundation, as we look to serve at-risk youth and underserved communities with life skill workshops, family celebration expos, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Next part is the training. We'll talk about the Donovin Darius training clinics for the youth and the coaches. Those are things that I do throughout the summer as well as during the spring, and it gives us an opportunity to work with kids in sports as well, but then also allow them to take a part in our life skill programs with the foundation as well. The last part is the motivational speaking. That's another big part of what my life has been, and we've done creatively through the foundation, and then also through my enterprise company, which is working with doing workshops, keynote speaking, and all those things. The great part about this now with the foundation and with this comprehensive plan is it's going to allow people, organizations to bring me in to speak, and then the money that they pay out of their advertising budget will be able to go towards a portion of that to our foundation as well. So again, we're looking at funding sources as we go from there. All right, so again, here's our brand promise. We're deeply committed to improving lives on the First Coast by providing those who serve with the tools, support, and confidence to recognize and pursue the best version of themselves. Football is a starting point, but our higher ambition is to help people lead a vibrant, fulfilling, and healthy life. And we get a chance to do that through the multiple programs that we do. Okay, this is just really a timeline of some of the things that we have been doing over this past year, some of the brand solidification, which is to help deeply develop, streamline, and personal exactly what it is that we're doing. The board of directors, that board of directors is something we don't have. We didn't have a full board. One of the reasons for that over the last 8 years is I wanted to get the vision out and allow people to participate in the vision and then get a chance to see who's really on board, who can we reach out, as well as we can build relationships with. So we've been starting to do that with the foundation in terms of starting to have a program where I have an online show which is called Maximize Your Potential. I bring in businessmen and women and community organization leaders that are doing some great work. I put them on this show for about a 7-minute interview, and I'm talking about them and what they're passionate about. And then through that, I can get a feel and see if that's someone that's really fit that we can bring on as one of our foundation advisors, or if we think that that's someone that we want to introduce to kind of the executive board. So that's still a work in progress. So if you have anybody in the business world, anybody that, CEOs and individuals of that, presidents of companies, let us know. Get the information to Lucretia at donovindarius.com, so that way we can make sure we follow up with them, send them an invitation to book a 15-minute appointment with us where we can highlight what they're doing. Strategic partnerships, as you all know, is all about the bridges that we create for these organizations. Last year at our Life Camp for the Fathers, we had over 60 organizations provide local services and family services. We invited them down to the stadium, and they participated in our vendors area, and it was great. I call that my community impact team. And so again, it's all about building the strategic partnerships as we go from there. Liquidity, again, we are a private foundation, so therefore, again, fundraising is always paramount to run the programs we need to. So if you are part of an organization or a company that provide funds for volunteerism, for your for the employees, please let us know. If they have grants or whatever it is, please let us know so we can look to apply for those things as well. And the last couple booking and programs, again, we continue to reach out for programs. We continue to reach out to kind of merge and partner with other organizations and things that we're doing. It has to be a benefit, a win-win benefit for both sides. Understanding that we don't host a whole lot of programs. We just like to kind of tee it up for other organizations and kind of be that bridge. And the last one, as we said, is promotion advocacy. We want everybody to be this bridge. We want our organization to continue to be the bridge. These are kind of our short-term and long-term goals. A little bit of the market segmentation. Here's some perceptions, concepts to overcome. Let me make sure. Let me go ahead and make this a little bigger so we can see it. All right. That's really small, and you won't be able to probably see that. But nevertheless, the brand concept is just some of the negatives that Donovan. People may thought, okay, Donovan is just a former NFL player, or I don't know Donovan has a foundation. The desired is that corporate and organizational clients, sponsors, and partners understand that Donovan is a vibrant, compelling speaker and workshop facilitator, and the foundation is an ideal recipient and partner for the community giving endeavors that they may have. And then also for the general public, for them to understand that the Donovin Darius Foundation is skilled and effective at street-level networking, a conduit of resources and services available to those who need them most. And then a positive component of the perception is that Donovin Darius is a community leader and powerful public speaker with a philanthropic heart. So as we go through that and we skip to the next one, what is our unique selling proposition? Basically, in brief, this is basically letting the people know that we're here to meet the needs and encourage them to push a little further. We want people to strive to be their best. We're more of a preventive organization than we are more reactive. And so we can build people up in their mindset, in their attitudes, in their way of looking at life and dealing with life by connecting them with the proper resources. Then we know that we're helping the community grow from the inside out. And so again, my passion and our passion as organization for seeing these individuals and others maximize their potential allows us to be very approachable, allow us to continue to focus on those things that matter most, and we'll use all of our individual skill set to do that as a whole. Okay? When we talk about the attributes, okay, I can't even see what in the world that is. But anyway, his attributes is, hey, we're here to serve. Our image and approach, we're dynamic, knowledgeable, pragmatic, committed, and reliable. Okay, our style is we're collaborative, creative, flexible, positive, strategic, and incisive. Our people are trustworthy, caring, driven, passionate, humble, and accountable. So those are some of the attributes that our foundation upholds. Okay, and those are some of the things that we stand by as well. Here's some of the archetypes that when we look at who we are. We're more of the kind of the hero, the warrior, the crusader, rescuer, superhero, the soldier, the dragon slayer, the winner, the team player. When you look at it, I mean, all of those, we're a little bit of everything when it comes to it. So again, just know that we can adjust to whatever we need to do to fit the community's needs as we go forward from there. Okay, we have a couple more slides here. This just kind of go down to break those things down more specifically. We'll be able to give you guys a copy of this as we move forward. Okay. The next one, key messaging. Our key messages, for the most part, is understanding that we're here to serve. The benefits is that people get a chance to connect with everybody. Our proof points is our inspiration that we bring families and communities together to connect, to have fun, and get more out of life. We do that. We empower players and coaches not only to apply their skills, but more importantly, to push past limitations. And lastly, motivation is we're an engaging. Donovin Darius is an engaging speaker and facilitator, drawing on both personal and professional experiences and knowledge to energize the audience. Okay, here's just some more things about who we are, some words that really, that speak a lot about us and what we do. And then here, basically for the logos that we looked at, for just the overall brand, Donovin Darius. Then the next one on the right, you got the blue and the Donovin Darius Foundation. We got the green, Donovin Darius Training, and then the gold, Donovin Darius Speaking. Those will be the logo as we move forward, so things can be unified, but also have a little bit of uniqueness in terms of the color scheme from there. Okay, we're not gonna go over brand colors. So, all right. So, for the most part, that is the brand messaging. That is kind of the brand strategy. That's kind of the brand strategy for what it is. You understand that? Okay. So that's the brand strategy for what it is that we're doing, where we're at right now, and where we're going. Now we're going to get into, we're going to shift gears, and we're going to talk about where are we going to 2019. So, as I alluded to earlier, we developed a partnership with UNF, and UNF is giving us a great, wonderful partnership opportunity for us to bring these families in, host these life camps in terms of UNF, be a recruiting tool to give exposure to these families on what's available. See, it's nothing like a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old kid coming to something right on the university campus, and then somebody saying, hey, here's what my school offers in this specific area, here's the job opportunities, here's what you need to do, and again, it's just whets their appetites. It lets them know that it's possible for them. Exposure is one of the number one key things it was for me. And so being able to allow them to be exposed to what's the next level, that, hey, I'm going to college. And so hopefully, that can work out with UNF, or it can be somewhere, it doesn't really matter. So in a moment, I want to bring up Felicia. Felicia is actually, she's going to be in charge of the curriculum development for the Girls Life Camp. She'll tell you a little bit more about that, what we're going to do at these life camps. Before I bring her up, each life camp now, different from having 300 kids, we're going to slim it down to about 100 kids and their parents. At these life camps, they're going to be basically broken up again into age-appropriate areas, okay, as well as the parents are going to have their own workshop. So half of the life camp is going to be doing the curriculum, okay, and the life engagement activities and life skill development. And then the second half, like we do all the time, is we go outside and we have some engagements and activities and exercise from there. So again, the first one, October, we actually have the date, but we'll get that to you as well. It will be our Girls Life Camp. November will be the boys, okay, and then in December will be the families as a whole. So Felicia, if you can come up and just talk a little bit about the Girls Life Camp and what we're going to be doing.
So hey guys, it's Felicia here. You guys all know me. Glad we're able to get back together and start to work on our next projects. For those of you, most of you guys have been around for the majority of them. We have done some great curriculums, especially when we did the life camps before. We were able to take some really relevant topics and work with the girls doing activities, and we had a lot of great feedback. And so pretty much we're going to try to incorporate some more relevant topics, but we're going to kind of tie it into the theme of going to college. And we all know that getting to college is a process. And part of the process is going to be some of the issues that these students or these young girls need to address. Could be anything from self-identity, self-awareness, putting yourself first, your own morals and values versus, going along to get along type of things. And so we're going to be open for any suggestions that you all may have, but we are going to put together 3 different groups depending on the ages, and each of them are going to come with a topic and an activity, just like we did before. But again, the focus this time is going to be on, getting yourself down the road kind of to college, and then kind of touching on things that possibly could be a barrier to that. And so I think that's really all I have to share about that. Again, just, offer up some suggestions, give some feedback. We're going to be working on those topics and those activities. If you've heard of something or you've seen something, and then hopefully the parent portion will align itself with the portion that the girls are receiving, so that as they leave, they'll be able to collaborate with one another as a family unit and walk away more empowered than when they showed up.
I know we talked about, you were sharing about the different age groups, and one of the bigger picture vision is, like you said, we have this life skill curriculum booklet, if you will, that has this for all age groups. And as they go through it, person just kind of graduates to the next age with the next curriculum that's needed from there. We'll do that for the girls as well, similar to the boys as well. But Felicia will be heading up what goes into that curriculum, what goes into the booklet. Obviously, we're not going to do all the curriculum at the camp, but we will start to make up these life skill booklets. So when we talk about suggestions, if you know of any curriculum, life skill development curriculum that you think would be appropriate to go inside of these, you can work directly, reach right out to Felicia, so that way she can, look at it, analyze it, see if it fits into what we're doing at this time, or if it's something that we can use at a later time. So.
Right, and more so what that looks like, if you will, is like maybe there's a topic, excuse me, like bullying. And then there may be like a little story about it, and then there may be some bullets as to what that individual could do about it, and then maybe have like a closing suggestion or a quote or something like that they can walk their life, based on it. And then the next page will be, another topic and so forth and so on. And then it will be divided by ages, so that depending on what their age is, they can go to those topics and they can kind of get something to walk them through life when they're not at a camp, when they're home in their room and they don't know how to deal with situations. We want to make sure we're providing them with some strong situational additives, if you would. So thank you guys. I look forward to our next meeting and being able to get this thing drawn up and ready to go.
Thank you, Felicia. So as we conclude this, again, I just wanted to say I'm grateful and thankful for everything you guys have done, everything you will do moving forward. Wanted to let you know that we need you. We need you to be a part of this. This is not about me. This is about us and what it is that we're doing in the lives through the gifts that God has given us to impact our community and abroad. And so the website is, you can go to DonovanDarius.com. It's been remodeled, and so it basically has foundation, speaking, training. It has that on there, so you can definitely go ahead and take a look at that. That'll be the updated website. You can still access DonovanDariusFoundation.com as well from there. But I wanted to introduce someone, if she's ready to come on the camera. I already talked about you when you guys was coming in. So this is Miss Lucretia. I told you this is going to be like the face of the organization. So again, I can now pass things on and allow someone to really, take it over and really make it what it's really going to be beyond that. And so, Lucretia, if there's anything that you would like to say.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. My son. No, looking forward to partnering with everybody on the Donovin Darius Foundation, the life camps, everything that we do. We have been busy since, I would say, about September of 2018, moving in this direction. So very excited about the new year and ongoing, and look forward to working with you all.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being a part of this. There's going to be more things coming out. Remember, you can reach out to Lucretia, LUCRETIA at DonovanDarius.com, so you can blow her email box up. If there's any questions or whatever, we will be looking to launch the registration for those for the life camps coming up probably around September, August, September. But we'll be reaching out to specific organizations for these now. Full Family Services, United Way, Boys and Girls Club, to allow them to have certain amount of spots at these life camps, and they can invite them so that way we're not just trying to put a big marketing budget out there. So that's our strategy. And so if you have organizations that you think that we should reach out to, definitely reach out to Lucretia, and as we go from there. And so we'll follow up with this. The next thing that we're looking to do, the next point of contact, is probably about in a month. We're going to reach out to all of the foundation volunteers, where we're going to be able to give them this video and let them be caught up to speed, and we'll have some call to actions at that time. So we're still working things out in the plan. But for now, thank you so much for participating and watching this. Please let us know if that's everything. Let us know if there's anything we missed out. Listen, we missed you guys. We look forward to working back with you, with the Donovin Darius Foundation family again. Talk to you guys later.